Where have you tried to grow the most this spring?
I would say in leadership, with it being my senior year, trying to lead some of the younger guys into a bigger role this year has been fun for me. Also, just consistency. Trying to come back from not my best season, even though it ended the right way. I know it wasn't up to my expectation or the standards here. So trying to get myself to be at that level every single day is kind of what I've been focusing on.
How long do you let yourself celebrate the way it ended before you shifted back to this other mentality?
Honestly, I never really celebrated it because, well, I did celebrate it. That's fine. We all celebrated it. But in my mind, it didn't feel complete, because I didn't feel like I played my best throughout the year to earn that. I feel like the team did. So it didn't feel complete for me. So it was a couple days, probably 3 or 4 days.
In the playoffs, you kicked really well, though.
Mm-hmm.
Just explain the mental challenge of bouncing back from the Michigan games. You were able to kick really well throughout the playoffs.
I knew it was kind of do or die. So I kind of had to. And, there's a different fire in you when you think that you're going to not be able to do something anymore. And you take every opportunity that you can to make sure that you can continue to do what you love to do and be around the people that you love to be around and do the things that we get to do here. So,
now that you've been through that, getting through that, winning the national championship, having a big role in winning the national championship, how much does that help you going forward?
It's a lot of help. Kind of knowing that I can always turn the ship no matter how rocky it gets, and you'll make it through it no matter how bad it gets, because if you truly believe in yourself and you have good support around you, and you can do anything.
Looking back on the regular season, what do you think was sort of some of your issues that you kind of had in there?
I was going through a little bit of an injury bug, kind of. I ended up tearing one of my adductors in my hips, so I was playing through that. Didn't make it too easy trying to kick in those games, but I did my best to help the team out.
When did you tear that?
That was week 3 against Marshall.
And that bothered you the whole?
Yeah.
How hard is it to go out and kick a ball that you're going to lock the national title? It's a makeable kick, but with what's on it.
I wasn't really thinking about it, to be honest. I was like, I talked to my dad about this, because my dad asked me. It was like the quietest moment I've ever had in life, because it was so loud and the moment was so big that I was so focused, and it was just like I was in a flow state.
It almost seems like the 46-yard kick against Oregon was just as important to just get you back on the right track. With that one specifically, how much did that kind of show you? I'm still Jayden Fielding. I'm still doing this.
Yeah, well, I mean, doing it in practice is fun, and it's great for mental, but until you see it going in the game, it's a completely different feeling. So that was huge for me, and I know that was huge for Coach Day, too.
How much to earn his trust back, I guess, through that point? What does it do for you going forward? I feel like he probably set you up as trusted team.
Yeah, I would hope so, but you never know. But it feels great for me knowing that he trusted me in that moment, even though I hadn't had the best past couple of games, even though practice is completely different for the game, to still put me out there and trust me to do my job, and I was just happy I could come through for him.
How much healthier do you feel now versus where you were in last month's
Really healthy right now. I feel great. This is probably the best I've felt in 8 or 9 months, so yeah.
Was it just rest? Did you have to do
It was rest and just recovery stuff and therapy, physical therapy, stuff like that, just trying to get back to full strength.
If this was the best film kicking in a while, what does it sound like? What does it look like?
The contact sounds the same, but you can just tell kind of with the ball flight, it goes a lot further. It feels a lot more pure coming off my foot. That sort of stuff.
How did you learn how to kick through that injury last year?
Trial and error, which I guess would explain my inconsistency last year. A little bit of just trial and error and what I could do. And so I think I finally figured out around Oregon to the playoffs and just kind of let it ride from there.
Whether it be now that you kind of had some time to reflect on last season, did you kind of take away from those ups and downs that maybe kind of change your process at all going into this year?
Oh, most definitely. The process of me warming up has become a lot more in-depth, and I go through multiple different stretches, exercises, that sort of stuff. So I'm going to carry that along with me because I feel like it prepared me even better for the game. And also the mental aspect of it. just believing and having confidence in yourself always, no matter how rough it gets. So yeah.
Is that what you figured out around the Oregon game, or what are your sort of like learning kick there or something else?
I just started to feel a lot more comfortable then. I guess I would say a lot of the pressure that was coming towards me and from practice and the media and all that sort of stuff, it was all kind of compiling, and it was like I just kind of had to do something about it. So I figured it out.
Whether it be the playoff,
it was my right hip, kicking leg. Yeah.
Whether it be the playoff or the playoff success you had, the health you feel now, just how much mentally, in terms of confidence, do you feel like you've improved going into this season?
I always had confidence in myself, but the level that I'm at right now is probably 10 times more than it was last year. Just purely because of showing myself I could do it, and then also showing Coach Day I could do it. And yeah, I showed everyone that I could do it. So.
What was your mindset when Coach Day sent you out there against Tennessee to kick the real long one at the end of the half? You go out there and you think you're going to make them all, but what were your thoughts?
I knew I kind of had to hit a perfect ball, and conditions weren't on my side that night, obviously. But you're still expected to go out there and make the kick if he puts you out there. So I knew I had to hit a good ball, and it just didn't end up happening for me that night. But yeah, it's kind of it.
Jayden, thank you very much.